Hello, hello, my dear friends. Good evening. Good evening to all of you. And I welcome all of you to the live podcast of Nilim Sonowal Talk Show. And today is the 11th episode. And today we are going to talk something very, very beautiful. And I'm very excited today, because the guest is a special one. So in this case, in this podcast interview, actually, what I do, actually, I bring inspiring stories. I bring some transformative insights and the powerful lessons from some extraordinary individuals. Today is also like I'm very thrilled and honored to introduce our special guest, Blazer, in the pharmaceutical industry. He's an inspiring author and a visionary entrepreneur. He is none other than Gaurav Dakshini. And Gaurav Dakshini is the founder and CEO of PharmaZone, India's first ever Amazon for pharma, the redefining how the pharmaceutical industry connects and operates. He's also the author of the amazing best-selling book Farmer's Trailblazer, where he inspires the readers to break free from mediocrity and craft impactful careers and legacies. With over 20 years of experience in engineering and instrumentation, automation, and project management within the pharmaceutical industry, like he has contributed a lot. He has built a remarkable career, starting as a management trainee at Cadila Pharmaceuticals. He climbed a ladder of success through sheer determination and innovation. So today we'll hear a lot from Gaurav about his entrepreneurial vision for PharmaZone, his career lessons, and the wisdom he shares in his book to empower professionals to achieve greatness. So let's give a warm welcome to the inspiring and dynamic Gaurav Dakshini here. Hi Gaurav.
Hi, good evening. High five, high energy.
Hi, great, amazing to see you here, and I'm very much thankful to you because, like, you are very busy. I know you are helping so many professionals and helping others, and you given the valuable time to talk the beautiful, the professionals, the other people who are waiting eagerly today. Yes, I welcome you again.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nilim. And it is my honor, my pleasure to be on your talk show to give whatever the valuable insight that I have learned in last 20 years so that I can share more and I can transform their career. That's what the whole purpose is. Yeah.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you. So, Gaurav, let's start from your from your the story, like how you have started your journey, so like we also get inspired and learn the things from you as well. Yes, Gaurav.
Yeah, so I'm coming from a very humble family. My father was a police constable, my mother was a nurse, and we are from a very, let's say, lower middle class family where the routine, the day-to-day spend also was a kind of challenge. And since then, I understood that, okay, if I got the right skill and right knowledge, then I will be able to gain more than what we are currently. And that is when the entire the learning part has been started. Though I was an average student, I could able to accomplish a lot of things while I was a part of engineering student at government engineering college. And then 2003 was the year when I pass out my engineering with let's say distinction in many of the subjects and overall more than A grade in many of the subjects. And then the reality that I cannot afford the MBA or any kind of other things, I thought that okay, it is the right time for me to start a technical job where I started with Kerala Pharma. And 2 years I spent in Kerala Pharma. There I have learned all the kinds of gamets of pharmaceutical, be it a dry powder injectable, lyophilized products, or liquid syrup, injectable. Even in the injectable, there are vials, ampoules, and lot many formulations that I have learned there. And then I got an opportunity at Dr. Reddy's at Hyderabad. There I worked for 5 years. That was my first plant in biopharma. It was never biopharma in my career. Before that, even I was not understanding what is the difference between pharma and biopharma at that point of time, because I am coming from an engineering background, and pharma, biopharma, API formulation, and all of those things were new to me. And that is what it happens to many of the engineers, those who are going into the pharma world. And then slowly I have understood about the pharma, the biopharma foray, and then got year-on-year promotion in Dr. Reddy's because of the lot of contributions. And one important thing that I have challenged all the status quo, because everything was like people were doing the same way in so many years, and then we challenge. I will share a more story about that in coming time when we discuss further. But then I went to Campbell Biopharma, which was again a greenfield project where I set up the entire project, and then moved to Zydus Cadila. Zydus Cadila was again a greenfield project for 5 lines injectable, and then moved to Baxter. And then recently I quit my 9 to 5 from Cipla. I was there for almost like 3 years in Cipla as a director, site engineering and project head. So over 21 years, I spent from, let's say, 7,500 to a good salary in Cipla. And now I quit because of the financial freedom that I got. And now I'm helping the others so that they can get the same thing. So it's not about achieving the results for myself, but also to give it back and pay it forward. Yeah. So this is a very short story about how I can help the people and what they can expect in this podcast. And definitely we are going to, I will share a little more personal story in time so that we can take it forward from there. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Really, I really appreciate your, and it's a very inspiring one. Like coming from a very humble family background, like, and starting as a management trainee with just a 7,500 rupees, and you have reached to the top level, director level, and after that also, like, you quit that high paying job with an intention to serve others, and now you are helping so many people's, like, and yes, it is really inspiring, though it's a short one, but it's a very powerful one. Yes.
Yeah, thank you
And
so
Gaurav,
much.
yeah, yeah. And Gaurav, like, as we know that today we'll talk about the mediocrity, and also at the same time building legacy. So, like, many people are not aware, like, what is that mediocrity, and this is the thing actually. I have also gone through that phase. Now I have overcome it, but so many people, so many talented, ambitious people, like, they don't know about it. So, like, can you like define, like, the what is mediocrity in your own words, and why do you think that so many people, including the farmer professionals as well, fail to recognize that they are stuck in the mediocrity? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So mediocrity is basically a kind of settling to a particular thing that you are comfortable with. You settle with certain comfort and you don't want to quit out of that comfort zone and put some efforts where you can reach your true potential. This is what the mediocrity means. Whenever I go to all the people, like recently I was invited by IIM Vizag. I spoken to many students there, and I always talk about the two things. One is the quit mediocrity and build the pharma legacy, or build the legacy in any of the field that you want to build. Like I always talk about pharma because pharma is very close to my heart. Last 21 years I spent in pharma. So build the pharma legacy by quitting the mediocrity. That means that you come out of your comfort zone. You put your efforts, you set your targets, you define your own path. And that is why the book, which is Pharma's Trailblazer, like this is the book which I have written, which is Pharma's Trailblazer, which is Amazon bestseller book. Trailblazer
Wow.
itself mean is that someone who defines his or her own path. They take certain unconventional path rather than doing the same thing again. Like if you see, we are conditioned like that. Okay, study well, go to a good job, get married, build a good house, good car, and then live the life and then go. This is what the traditional things are there, right? But then, even though I was in a high-paying job at Cipla, I decided that no, I'm more worthier than this one, and that is when the quit mediocrity and build the pharma legacy, the entire skill up to scale up movement has been started. So mediocrity means that you are settling yourself with the, let's say, comfort zone. You are not putting that efforts so that you can really reach your true potential. Yeah.
Wow, wow, very beautifully explained. What is the mediocrity? That is, you are in the comfort zone. You are not putting the effort to come out from that comfort zone. You have the potential. Many people have the great potential. God has given everyone a great potential, but because of the comfort zone, like you become very complacent, right? You become very complacent, and like you do not take the little extra things, you do not stretch out yourself, and you get stuck, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what
yeah.
happens? It's not about the failure, not about the success. People
Mm,
fear because the mediocrity, the rooted is through the fear. Because when the people are fear about the job security, they are fear about the job certainty, and that is when what they do, they remain the same place. They don't want to change, because if they change the company, what will happen? They might get into a difficult situation, they might get into a kind of challenging situation, and that is when the people take a see, mediocrity is a choice, and so is the excellence as well, right? So it's a choice that the people make consciously, that whether they want to stuck in the same position, being in the job security, or they will take certain kind of challenge, they take certain kind of risk, and then it's a kind of leap of faith that you take to the next level. So that's the difference between a normal person and the trailblazer who really defines their own path. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And you have said a very good word, that leap of faith. Actually, many people like operate in the fear zone. Yes, to some extent, fear is good, or like every person has the fear. But the thing is, like, take a leap of faith. We have to work on our faith energy, isn't it? And yes, fear is some, what is that? Emotional things, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take a
Absolutely.
leap of. Yeah, yeah. That's a good thing you have shared. I really liked it. And like what and I want to convey one message to our beautiful audience who are listening here today and who are very excited. As you know, Gaurav is like, he's a multi-talented, and he has a vision to help you, to help the professionals like you to grow in your career, in your business. So he doesn't want to disappointment you today, and he has come with some amazing beautiful gifts for you. And please stay tuned for the podcast today, because the people who will stay at the end of the talks, he will get some beautiful amazing gifts from Gaurav. Okay, so like
Yes,
we'll be
absolutely.
talking about gifts from time to time. Here, I want to ask you the next question that many professionals have in their mind. What do you think like are the most common myths, the false beliefs people believe about the mediocrity, and how do these myths keep them trapped? They don't know, especially in the corporate sector, or as you can say, in the farmer sector as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what happens? They choose the comfort over the challenge. And whenever they become more comfortable, because in pharma, it is like a routine job. You follow the standard operating procedure, you go through the SOPs, and every day you do the same thing. Because pharma, as a regulatory and as a quality conscious industry, they don't want you to experiment too many things. They want you to do same thing again and again. So that is
Okay.
about maintaining the same quality for the products. But at the same time, because if you don't learn or you don't upskill yourself, after few years you remain in the same position, and that is the early sign that you need to understand that if you are in the same position for 3 years, 5 years, and if you are not able to upskill yourself so that you can take another job, you are just keep doing the same batch processing again and again. You are keep doing the same maintenance again and again. You are keep doing that validation again and again. That's what where you feel that okay, you are stuck at position, and then you become more comfortable because what will happen then? You are a go-to person. People feel like that you are doing this job for so many years now, so you become the master. But then you became the master of only that particular part. You will not gain the more knowledge because the industry is rapidly changing. There is a complete evolution has happened from industry 1.0 to industry 5.4.0, and now while we speak we are going towards industry 5.0. So that's the one thing where people don't see. That's something which they not able to understand. Okay, they are not doing the justice for their own growth. That's the first part. Then another second part is misconception about the success. Now what will happen is that today I'm able to gain a really good salary. I'm gaining a good designation in the organization. That's not the true success. The success definition is you truly know your why. You truly know what purpose you came here on the earth, and you saw that purpose rather than just going for a job on the same time, place, and then keep doing the same thing again and again, and then you are getting your paycheck to paycheck every month on month, and then you pay your bills, and then complete your rest of the things. So that's not the true purpose or the true success. So in the pharma, when we do the same job again and again, because we become more complacent, and then we don't give that really a kind of thinking over that what is that truly I love to do, rather than the same thing doing again and again, right? So this is the another thing where people have that myth that okay, I'm earning a really good salary, I am having a decent position, and then I need not to do anything. But that's when the true calling, you are not able to understand that what is your true calling, what is your true love that you are doing, what is your passion, what is that you want to keep doing even though you are not being paid. That's when the things come up. So these are the few misconception in the pharma people where they really don't apply that, and they think that okay, I'm getting a good salary, I'm getting this much of designation, and then I'm okay, I'm complacent about because now the life is sorted out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a many false belief. Like people like think that, oh, I'm at this position, I have a great position and good salary, like, but that is the not like life, because designation and these things are like, these are external things. And are you really happy, are you really happy from inside? That is the main thing, I believe, isn't it? And the thing
Yeah.
is like, yes, and like the more we stay in the comfort zone, actually what happens, like our brain actually patterns, brain our patterns, and it is very necessary to break that patterns, like,
Patterns. Yeah.
because, yeah.
Another
And
one more thing, yeah, another
yeah.
one more thing, Dilip, what will come is the lack of reflection. Like people don't reflect onto their journey. Let's say from
Mm,
where they started, where they reach, and what is the
mm,
truly that they want to achieve in the life. So they don't reflect. So lack of reflection is another one part where people don't really put their efforts in understanding that okay, whatever so far journey that I have achieved, and from where I have to go now, how and what skills that I needed, or what kind of that tools are required. Because when we go for, let's say, any kind of war, we need to have the every all the tools and all the that weaponry in our arsenal that we use in our the war that we have to win. Now if you don't have that kind of, let's say, analogy for the skill development in your career development, then what will happen today, whatever the things are there, if you don't sharpen that, if you don't add, keep on adding that, then your soul will not be that successful enough to cut the trees every day again and again. So you have to keep sharpening. So lack of reflection is another way, where another one thing where people don't really put their efforts in understanding okay, this is the journey. It's not only that about reaching to particular goal, it's about the journey, how you are going to achieve that part, and what are the things that you need to keep adding, and then you can become a better leader at a farmer. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And yes, I really understand. Like, even I realized that two years ago, the things I have learned now, those things are actually obsolete. It's changing so fast. Like,
Absolutely.
I don't know, I don't know. And that's why,
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
mm, and that's why, like, upskilling is very necessary. And like, it should be like, and the thing is like, it should like become it should become our habit, right? And it should like
Yeah.
become in our, it's in our
It's
DNA, as I
your
told you.
nature. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be become nature. Everything is changing so fast, and because that's some people don't change, don't ask upskill. That's why they complain a lot. Also, this is also I've seen. But if you upskill, learn the things, then you will never complain. You will rather appreciate the things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
True, true. So
Another one
Gaurav,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, another one thing in this, Nilim, is the fear of failure. Now, people
Mm,
remain in the same thing because they fear that, okay, if I change the role, if I change the company, if I change the department, or if I change certain kind of things, then whatever that I have could able to do till now with the very comfortably, I might will not be able to do. Like for me, it was a very difficult decision when I was quitting my high paying job from Sipla as a director
mm,
site engineering project, and so many people were telling me that, are you really taking a wise decision, because you are at such a comfortable place, you are working with
mm,
one of the topmost companies of the world, which is like Cipla is a topmost company in the pharma space, right? So, and you are at a
mm,
decent good salary, having decent good the designation as a director, then what is that one thing that which is help, I mean, giving you that push that you quit that and you start, and that is when the entire purpose, like, I want to give you a short story. In year 2022, which became the worst part of my life, where I lost my father, I lost my right eye because of the cataract, and then
mm,
I went under these surgeries, back to back, three surgeries in the month of November and December, somewhere in 2020
mm,
to December 2022, where I have undergone because of the AVN, the avascular necrosis. And at that lowest period of time, I thought that if I go out of the life, that if I go today out of the life, then what is I've given back? What is I've paid forward? And that is when this book, I have written this book, Pharma's Trailblazer. This book
oh,
is basically a reflection of my 20 years in the pharma. And I, before I go out of the life today, I want to give this all the knowledge, wisdom that I have gained that into the book, so that if tomorrow some Gaurav is starting in again with the fresher and coming out of the college and want to start their own pharma hustle, then how, what that person has to do, what are the skills, knowledge, and mindset that he has to acquire, he or her has to acquire, that kind of thing that has come to my mind. And then I started writing the book, and since then I decided that now I want to dedicate my entire life to the people in the pharma. I can help the pharma companies, I can help the pharma professionals, so that they can become a better version of themselves. And that is when this entire skill up to scale up movement has been started. And now, as recently 1 month back, when I quit my job, I also wanted to give a quality product services and the projects for the pharma. So we have started the Pharma Zone, which is India's first pharma's Amazon, where we want to give all quality product services and product the projects, and as well as all the trainings that I'm doing for the people at a one platform, so that everything will be given to the pharma people, like pharma companies, pharma professionals. And that is when this entire journey started in 2023, somewhere in the May June. And last 1.5 year now, I could able to mentor more than 100 plus people, and still on a journey. I'm still learning every day for the new things on this part. Yeah, so you need to avoid that fear in your mind. You are at a good position, you are at a really good place, but how you can go to the next level, what is your why you came to this earth, what is that purpose that you are serving, that is something which we need to understand, and we need to keep following that path. Yeah.
wow, that's really inspiring. That's really, and it is really heart touching as well, because like the person like Gaurav, you like reached to a very high position, getting the high salary, and you bought a Mercedes car as well, and you can have like roam around the world, you can enjoy the whole life, like, but you did not choose that path of that comfort. Instead of that, you have chosen the path of helping others. You have given this skill up to scale up movement you have created by quitting your high paying job. You took the pain of helping people, serving the people. That's really awesome. That's really inspiring. I got a goosebump by hearing this. And yes, it's amazing, amazing, amazing to talk with you. And
Thank you, Nilim. Yeah,
yeah, you have written the book. And so like here you have said that you have come up with some gifts for our readers. So Gaurav, like we are also
yeah,
excited to know what are those gifts. Can you reveal one gift now? What is the gift that
yeah,
you have brought us for us?
yeah.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
So
certainly.
as I told you that I started my self-development journey around 2 years back. So I have undergone the PMP certification. My entire 20 years when I was in pharma, at that point of time, I was an engineer, okay, but not completed the MBA because as I told you that the financial things and all in the beginning, but then I completed my MBA in 2019, 2020. And then I completed also PMP certification. And when I completed the PMP certification, I understood this is the topmost skill any pharma or any kind of professional, be it a pharma or any industry, the project management professional, the PMP certification is one of the best skill that the person should gain in the project management basically. So I'm coming up with all the people that I have written a ebook on project management, the practical project management. It's not about the theoretical boring gnan. It is about how you can practically apply the project management knowledge and you can do your all projects complete successfully because I have handled more than $50 million worth of projects in last 4 years. And I have applied all my project management tactics, tools, knowledge, everything into that book. So that ebook is available for everyone. So this is the one of the three gifts that we are going to go give today. Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's lovely. That's lovely. Really, I really appreciate you are bringing a ebook for the audiences who with your experience, 20 years of experience, and like you have done some amazing things in the last 4 years, and you are giving all the principles, tactics, insight within the book. And the audience, please grab this book because he's the man. He's not a theoretical man because he is sharing the things which he have learned, he have applied in the real world. So this is the best ebook. You can go for it. I'm thank you. And Gaurav, thank you for helping the
Thank
audiences
you.
with
Thank you.
this amazing gift. Yeah, yeah, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. So like the next thing I want to ask you that like in the pharma industry, yes, we know that mediocrity often stems from complacency in learning, actually, right? So why do you think that upskilling is so undervalued? And how can the not only the farmers and other also like can have a great role in changing this mindset?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your
So
take on this?
so we as we discussed that when the people keep on doing the same job because of the SOPs, they become more complacent and they don't adapt to the lifelong learning. They like when even if I take my example, when we learned for entire 20 years, we became engineer, and then after I become the engineer, the you go to the let's say practical approach. Whatever you're learning, you might not be 100% able to apply there, and if you don't apply your theoretical knowledge to the practical knowledge, you're gaining the practical knowledge will be very limited because then whatever the theoretical knowledge that you have learned in the engineering that you are not applying into the. So when I started in let's say Cadila Pharma, I used to work for two shifts. So I was appointed for the utility department, and I used to do all kinds of automation for the tanks levels, about the boiler pressure and boiler level, and all of those the automation I used to do. That was utility part, but my more focus was that where the drugs are getting manufactured. I'm going to the pharmacist, I'm taking a paracetamol, and I'm taking that pill. Now where this pill is getting manufactured, I want to see, because though I joined Cadila Pharma as a trainee, but I was working outside the pharma plant. I was working in a utility department. Because of that lifelong learning attitude that I developed, I have worked only entire shift for the utility department. Once my shift is over, no one can stop me going inside. Then what I done is I taken a permission from my boss that okay, I'll complete my shift, and then after my shift, I'll go inside the pharma plant to see where this syrup, the tablets, capsule, sorry, the injections are getting manufactured. I'm fascinated by that. And that is when if you are still not able to learn those part, if you are not able to put that lifelong learning, you are not adapting that lifelong learning to your the entire thing, then you will be stuck in the same position. You will be not able to quit that mediocrity mindset. You will stay to that particular thing. And another thing is like you adapt to that one, and at the same time you have a commitment. Okay, you will have your goals defined, and you committed to your goals that okay, I want to learn this particular technology, I want to learn this kind of skill. Like yesterday I was giving, let's say, more than 80 to 100 people, I was giving the workshop, and we were discussing about the how to master the Power BI. Now many of the people are still making graphs, a kind of pie chart or column chart, and all of those things they are using still Excel. But where the Power BI's dashboard or making the Power BI dashboard is so easy, but still people don't learn those parts. And that is what we discuss in weekly workshop that I do with the people, so that they can learn those parts and they can put the things properly in terms of the to the management, and then you can gain more the, let's say, recognition, 2x of the salary, a long awaited promotion that you are looking for, or as well as you can start your side hustle. I help also people that you learn all of those skills. You need not to start your side hustle by doing, let's say, becoming LIC agent or selling a policy of insurance. You can still do with the same skills of pharma. You can start your side hustle, and you can learn and earn from your skills. It's completely feasible, and you can do. And that is what also I teach people in my courses, where I give them the guarantee that okay, by the time of the entire course, you will be able to at least gain your knowledge, and with the knowledge you can productize that knowledge and sell that product in a way where you can earn the money from your the entire skills. So you cannot only use that skill for one time, you can use for two time, you can use for three time, your salary hike, your promotion, and as well as the side hustle. So all of those three things that we help them. Yeah.
Wow, that is very insightful. You have shared the things like with one just a skill, like we can also like ask for salary hike. You can ask for twice, two times of the salary hike, as well as like you can earn the side income as well. Because nowadays people are looking for side income. Okay, and you also said that you need not to go for some unknown things for which you want to do side within the known things, actually yourself within the known expertise you can earn the side hustle. And the third thing, what you have said?
So you can 2x your salary, because you learn
Yeah,
the skills. You learn the
yeah.
skills about Power BI, project management, about the entire GAM 5, 21 CFR Patil, all of the skills which is required for the pharma, which are the vital
Mm,
skills in today's date, like AIML for the pharma.
mm,
All of those things you apply, you take the 2x your salary by putting the skills, and you showcase to the management that I can do better than rest of the other crowd. You
mm,
set yourself aside the apart from the other people. Then you can also demand for the long awaited promotion, because I have seen the people in the pharma,
yeah.
they take 5%, 10% increment, and then it's like a time based promotion, like 2 years, 5 years, 3 years, depending upon the position that
Mm,
they are at. You have to, you can demand that by putting a lot of skills, you putting efforts, and it's only about the recognition. So you, when you become more visible into the your industry, into your company, you can demand that particular part, be it the same company or the other company, but then you can get that part. And now, because you have learned so much of skills, you become the expert of that one particular part, where which is really truly your calling, which is your passion. What will happen is now you can utilize that skill even to start your side hustle. You need not to
mm,
start side hustle by, let's say, we all required multiple sources of income in today's date, because there is a pressure job at pharma industry, and in many of the industries as well. So how you can have the multiple sources of income, like this book is a farmer's trailblazer. Now one time I put efforts, now every month I'm getting a good reoccurring passive income by just selling this book, right?
yeah.
Likewise, there are multiple sources of income that you can do, and that's all legal. It's no one, because you are not selling the intellectual property of your company, you are selling your own skills, right? So
Mm.
that's how you can start your side hustle. You can help the people, and it's all about giving back. And so I truly believe that you can only win when you help others win. You can
True,
only
true.
win when you help others win. So that's when you can all do, and all these three things are possible.
Wow, there's a powerful message. You can only win when you help others to win. That's why he has
Yeah,
written the book and the things like yes, skills pay the bills actually. That's I believe certificates will not pay the bills, but skills, the real skills will pay the bills. And the more skills you have or the expertise you have, you can negotiate for your higher salary. You can negotiate for your long awaited promotion, and you can build a side income as well. And because today everything is digital, you can easily build that side income. And this is what Gaurav
yeah.
actually asking the farmer professionals in building all those things. And I wish you great luck, and you are doing the amazing thing, Gaurav. I wish you all the
Thank,
best.
thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. So like as we are talking about like quit the mediocrity, we have to quit the mediocrity because to move we have to quit the mediocrity. So like can you tell us like what are the early warning signs that someone might be living in the mediocrity without realizing it? And like how do these signs actually manifest differently in say pharma like professionals? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the early sign you can see is that there is no lack, there is a lack of drive. There is no drive, there is no passion. If any
Okay.
people you see around, they do the same thing again and again, and they don't have any kind of drive or initiative for the new things. Like many of the time I have seen in my organization wherever I work, you call the team members for a problem solving. Some of the people are really engaging and participating, and they want to try. They try to solve the problem. They might not get the 100%, but it is like a zigzag puzzle. One person has the piece, another person has another piece, and then as a manager, as a leader, what you do, you bring all of those, you connect all of those nodes, and then you solve the problem. Now, when you do that meeting, you will be able to know that some of the people are just very shy. They just don't want to contribute anything. They don't drive anything. They don't have the initiative. So you will understand that this person are different than those people who really want to solve the problem. Like any meetings, the people come, they just sit and go. They never contribute. So this is an early sign of the people, those who are really want to be a mediocre. They want to stuck in the same position, or they want to stuck in the same company or same department, same role, and they don't want to grow, right? So this is the one sign, very clear sign, where there is no any drive. It's a complete lack of drive or the passion. This is the first sign that when you can see that the people feel a kind of mediocre, and you can see very clearly, you can clearly define between the person who is really putting the efforts and the mediocre person. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's a very beautiful tip, and like people are not aware, but there's like lacking desire or lacking the drive to do like become the active person or taking the proactive role is a sign of mediocrity, isn't it? That's what you are want to convey,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think yeah.
Second thing, yeah. Second thing, what will come is about avoidance of challenge. So what they do, they avoid the kind of challenges. They avoid the tough conversations. They avoid, like let's say I will give you one example, and many of the pharma professionals will correlate. Let's say there is an audit going on. There is a USFDA or MHRA, a very good high demanding audit going on. Now, what some of the people try to do, if the auditor is coming from the front side, what they do, they just go back and they just want to disappear from them. Or let's say if there is some kind of things that has been asked in the auditor room, the auditor is asking and you need to present to, what they do, they try to escape and they try to avoid the things. It is like you are giving the sign that okay, you are not confident about your work. It is the giving the sign that you are not confident about how you can present to the auditors, and you want to avoid that because you don't want to get into the problem where you will get some kind of citation from the auditors. So this is the another one thing you can see around. If any of the people want to try to avoid the challenge, be it in audit or be it in a normal scenario in the organization, those are the people, that's the early sign of the mediocrity, where people want to stay in the same place where they don't want to change anything. They don't want to change their mindset. They don't want to change the way they work. So they want to be a kind of away from those kind of challenges. So this is the another one thing. The third thing, what you can see, like if you ask them that okay, this is the way we should do and this is something change from the earlier version, so you challenge that status quo, but those people will be like a resistance to change. What they do, when you try to change something, that let's say that person has worked in so many years in the one particular department, let's say he was working in utility or kind of QMS or kind of quality or engineering or whatever the department, and you want to change that person from one department to another department, because that the change will drive a kind of innovation, a kind of the newness, but the people stop, I mean they resist that change, they don't want to change that part. And then you can see this is the early sign of mediocrity, that where people don't want to change their current position or current role, and they want to become still in the same place where they are right now. So this is the another sign where
Wow.
people,
Mm.
yeah.
Wow, wow, this is beautiful tips, beautiful, beautiful science, and it really, like, we never try to realize, but these are really a great sign, and I think the audiences will definitely love it, and definitely try to like self reflect, like are they like facing these type of things, then like you are going through some complacency or like
Another
mediocre.
one, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
another one example, Nilim. Let's say you call for a meeting. There is a problem, or there is a certain kind of roles and responsibility that you are dividing into the, let's say, different people. Now, practical scenario, what will happen? Okay, as a leader, you don't want to impose that. Okay, you take this responsibility. Okay, you tell them that okay, this is the task at the hand, and we can break down this particular task, and in this particular broken down task, who is going to take what, because you want kind of all everyone's efforts into a consideration, and you don't want to push that okay, you do this, you do this, you do this, because it will become like a impose on them, right? In the meeting, when you say that okay, you we have this task, we have these are the different things to be done, who is going to take this particular task, when you ask them, many of the people will shy for none of the tasks. They will say that no, I will not take this task, I will not take this task. They will not come up on their own. When you take the challenging role, when you take the challenging projects, like there are tight deadlines are there, or there is a stringent budget is there, or there is a stringent quality requirement, the sign of a mediocre person is that they don't take these challenges, they try to shy away from there. And if there is a person who is a really kind of want to quit the entire this mediocrity and want to become a really good in their career, they immediately raise the head and grab the opportunity, even though he is loaded with so many things, but still he will grab the opportunity, because he will think that I'm going to learn something new. And many of the people will feel, अरे मेरे पास इतना plate में है, what should I do again? Why should I to take additional things? So that's the difference. I mean, you can these are the signs of the mediocrity, you can immediately find it out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are the signs, and definitely it will help the audiences to know the present status of this mediocrity. And definitely you can come. Gaurav has come over it, and many people I have come over it. Definitely, you audience, you can also come over it, but you need the right guidance, the right like person who can help you. And so, like, here we are almost at the mid of this talk, and Gaurav, like, you have shared one gift for us, and how many gifts you have brought for us, Gaurav?
Three, right now three, but there are
Three.
multiple gifts, but right now three we can
Right now, three.
definitely we can
Okay.
share.
So, can you share us the second gifts that our audiences are eagerly waiting for it? Like, what is that second one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the second one is related to the mastering the regulatory audit. Like in the regulations, in the regulatory audits, how you can face the auditors, what are the do's and don'ts of the audit, how you can put your point forward so that the auditors also will remain understand the same way that you are trying to speak, how you can communicate with them, what are the do's and don'ts of audit, how to face auditors. And there are certain three stages of the audit, which is a pre-audit, which is the preparation part, during the audit, and then the last part is the post-audit. So all of those three parts, I have developed the frameworks, that there are certain frameworks that I have developed. So all of those things are available on my website, and that course is around 999 rupees, but I am giving absolutely free for all my amazing viewers right now. So you can get that part on my website. Yeah.
Wow, awesome, awesome. Thanks for this another lovely gift by Gaurav, because Gaurav is a visionary person. He wants to serve you. That's why he is bringing these gifts and other things so that you can learn and so that you can grow and build your dream life, right? So Gaurav,
Yeah.
we'll go to yeah, next question. As you said that 2022 was a transformative year for you. So many things happened in your personal life as well as in your professional life. Can you share a pivotal moment during that time when you realized that you had to break free from mediocrity? Yeah.
Yeah, so 22, as I told you, it was the very tough year where lost my father, lost the eye. But the pivotal moment was I undergone the three surgeries back to back. I was on a bed for 3 months. And
Mm,
that was the lowest period where I was not understanding whether I will be coming back, because whatever the 20 years that you have built in the pharma, now 3 months on a bed. And that was the pivotal moment where even it's a great part from my organization like Cipla, where they have supported me throughout my entire journey of these 3 months where I was on a bed. And all my colleagues and the seniors who were there at that time, they have supported me. Even there was no single call came to me that, okay, Gaurav, this is the work that which was pending, how we can go about it, or any kind of follow up. There was nothing like that. And 3 months, so I undergone three surgeries back to back at that time. And that was the lowest period where, because when you're going for a surgery, you don't know whether it will be successful, because they cut upon the entire femoral head, they cut upon the entire the bone which is connected from the top body to the bottom body, they replace with the artificial parts. Now that was something where very taxing period, where because emotionally it was a very taxing period where I don't understand that whether will I be coming out of this entire thing. And that is when I decided, okay, now if I coming back, this is my second life, this is my second chance that the God has given, and I want to give it back to the society, pay it forward. And that is the pivotal moment in my life. And then the entire things have started. Yeah.
wow. Great, great. You are living your second life, and this is the best life that you can live. And also, you want to help others. Three surgeries within 3 months, like for us, like one surgery is a very big thing. But you handle the three surgeries, and you do not know also whether you'll I'm alive or not. Hats off to you. Hats off to your this courage, your resilience. Really, I admire you a lot. And Gaurav, as you said that you have come from a, middle class family background, so like, what values or what are the lessons from your upbringing actually shape your path to breaking free from this mediocrity? And it's like, how do these lessons apply to the professionals, not only in pharma but any other professionals in structured like, in yeah, in different industries? Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to recite one slok from my book where it gives all the values. And this is something what I learned from my parents, my mother, father. So Vidya Dadati Vinayam, Vinayad Yati Patratam, Patrat Dhanmo Pyoti, Dhanat Dharma Tatha Sukham. The meaning of this slok is that the knowledge bestows the humility. So my father used to always say that whatever the position that you become, but the humility is something which you should never ever give away with. You should be always humility for everything that you are doing and everyone that you are interacting with. So knowledge is something which is giving you the humility. From the humility, one attains the character, because the character is the most powerful thing. If you build a most more powerful character, you can become everything whatever that you achieve or you want to be achieving that part. So from character, one acquires the wealth. When you have a really good, powerful character, you acquire the wealth. And the wealth, when you are putting into the good deeds, that will give you the happiness. So
Okay.
from this, the entire values of how you can become happy in your life, it starts from your knowledge, your vidya. And from the vidya, you become a really humility person, with the person who has got humility. And then you build a strong character. And when you have a strong character, you can definitely have the wealth, health, prosperity, everything that you require, because then you have attained a really powerful character. And once you have that wealth and everything, you put that into the good deeds. You help others coming to the, like, you achieve that path, you run that path, you walk that path. Now you help others also to walk, and they come up to the level that you are there right now. Not just you become that one, but you help others as well. So that is what the main lesson that I have learned in my life, that not only getting yourself to the better place, but also help community and the people around you, so that they can also become prosper and the wealthier in their part. Yeah.
Yes, yes. This is a very powerful message, and yeah, you said that that the values is the core values of like anyone's life, and the thing is like you walked that path, you got the success, and now it is your turn to help others to walk that unknown path, because like God has given, God has sent us for this purpose. That's what I believe. So you know something, you are you solve some problems and you help others to solve some kind of problems they are facing. And like
Absolutely.
when you do this, actually like we get that is a true fulfillment, right?
Yes.
Money, yeah, getting the lots of money, getting the lots of awards, these trophies, those are not good. Like those doesn't give so much fulfillment, but helping others to go actually gives a true fulfillment. And I really appreciate the values that you have learned, and you have quoted very well in your book as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
Gaurav, like you have been already a Amazon bestseller, and you are like earning side income as well from your book. So can you share like some key takeaways from your book, the farmer professionals or like other professionals who can immediately apply in their lives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Nilim, there are many things that I have written in the book, but one particular framework that I have defined, which is a develop framework. The develop
Mm.
framework defines that how you can easily master any skill, because ultimately your financial growth depends upon your self development growth, and how you can become master in getting the skill done as early as possible in the shortest period of time. That's when your more faster financial growth will happen. So there is a
Mm.
develop framework, that is what it has been defined. And the main thing that they can learn about, that you can set your clear goals where exactly you want to reach, and that is the D from the develop framework, which is the D where you define. Then you can evaluate that what is your current status, what, where exactly you are in terms of that particular skill, knowledge, or the mindset that that you want to develop. Then once you do the define where you want to reach, where you are right now, so there is a gap. Now you find out that gap, that okay, this is what I am right now, this is where I want to go. Now this particular gap that I want to bridge. Now you can bridge that gap in a multiple ways. You can do on your own if you are committed, having the massive action, having the burning desire, then you can do on your own. But if not, then you can find a good mentor, because then you will gain that particular path in a very short time. And that is when I also, when I wanted to start my self development journey, my guru, I reach out to my mentor. I find out that okay, this is the person who can help me, and then I can become, I can buy the speed. It is not about the only earning or learning, it's about buying a speed, because then you can reach
Mm.
faster. What if I
Yes.
give you, let's say today, 1 CR, and if I give the 1 CR after 20 years, there is no value of 1 CR after 20 years. Like, we need to reach that particular place as early as possible, so that we can do better than what we are doing currently. So that's a D, which is a define, which is a evaluate the second. And then you value, understand the value of those, the skills that you need to define, what you are defined. So value about understanding those skills in current today's, like when we talk about 2003, 2005, BlackBerry, Nokia were the topmost. When 2006 the Apple came, they come with a touch screen, and BlackBerry and Nokia said, no, we are good with our touch screen, or we are good with our touch, that, let's say, keypads. We don't want to go for the touch screen. And what will happen at that point of time? Now today Nokia or let's say BlackBerry nowhere there in the, because they are not adaptable. So we need to understand the which value, which skills are in current market is a valuable. Once you do that part, so that will become your DEV, develop. And then now you learn about those skills, find your mentor, find the person who can help you, who can give you the community support, who can give you the accountability support, and all of those things. So you find that person that will become your learning part, and then that will become your DEVL. O is you how you obsess about your learning. Like it is going to the gym on a 1st of January 2025, and after 1 week your entire enthusiasm will go down. So 1 week, 2 week, and then entire 1 year mentorship will go, or 1 year membership of the gym will go. That's not the way you will be obsessed about the learning. So how you can obsess about that learning part? So what are the that let's say critical characteristics you need to develop? So there is a goal PC, there is a one framework goal PC which I have developed as a part of the Pharma's Trailblazer and as a course, so that people can understand and keep doing the, let's say, having the obsession about the learning. And then finally is a practical implementation, which is a P part of the develop, where you practically apply that knowledge, because knowing but not applying is like not knowing. Knowing but not applying is like not knowing. So this is what the major thing will happen, that you know everything. Like we know that we should not have the junk food, but still we have. We know that we should be, let's say, doing the learning and skill development, but still we don't apply that efforts. Why? Because knowing but not applying is like not knowing. So that's what
Not
the
me.
another thing that, yeah. So this is the develop framework that you can get from the book, where I give the people that how you can develop from us whatever you are right now. In next 2 months, 3 months, you can come out with the person where you completely change your entire the persona that you are right now, and you can get a transform. It's not only about learning the skills; it is about the mindset and knowledge. So all put together, it's like a 360-degree transformation. Yeah.
Wow, absolutely good, and that's a
Yeah.
beautiful framework. By reading and by implementing this framework, one can transform their life within 3 4 months, or say 2 3 months. Great work, Gaurav. Great work, and that is your legendary things, right? Yeah, like it will, like these things, like it will remain for years to years, because after say 100 years, nobody like will not be there. Our even grandsons of these things, they, I don't know whether they will remember or not that, us, but the things we do, we have left, like they will remember for the generations to come, and that's how you can build a legacy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, as the founder and the CEO of this pharma zone, that is India's first pharma focus, like Amazon, and so here, like, what are the problems that you are solving for the industry, like, and how this initiative of yours, like, empower professionals to break free from mediocrity, like, yeah, Gaurav?
Yeah. So in the pharma zone, what we are trying to do here is that we currently want to challenge the status quo, that how the pharma industry is buying the things. They take the three quotations, they do the comparison, and then they buy, let's say, L1 or let's say L2, depending upon the approval for L2. But then majorly they go for the L1. L1 is like the lowest one. But every time you buy any product or every time you go for the new things, what will happen? You spend a lot of amount of time. And in the pharma zone, we want to bring everyone onto the one platform, or the buyers and all the sellers in the one platform. You go there, compare the right technical specifications, compare your commercial, and then only you can take the decision, and then you can buy it from there. You can buy, let's say, motors, you can buy the filters, you can buy the consumables, you can buy everything under one platform. Right now you are going for one particular product to another vendor, another product to another vendor. So you are spending a lot of time, you are spending a lot of efforts in that. Why can't we have a one platform where everything is available, everything is transparent, all the quality parameters are engaged there, mentioned there, and there is a clear cut comparison which is built in, where you just go there as a technical person, as a commercial person, both of them, they go there, check that entire thing, and then finalize the one thing, that your entire efforts of putting, going, let's say, one vendor to another, comparing those things, everything will go away. And we want to build this so that your, see, right now post covid, the every things are now online, everything has become more online now. Still in the pharma, what is happening, we are still more towards the physical part, like people go for the physical checking and all of those things. where everything is provided under the one roof, and they go online, they can directly shop online, find the things that they require, and they can buy it from today. I mean, they can buy it directly online. Like, this is something which is we want to build for all the pharma, the customers, the pharma manufacturers, and we want to bring all the suppliers onto this platform, so that it will become like a marketplace where everything is transparent, coming to the one place, and then you can buy it. So you can so all the pharma professionals who are right now, let's say, buying maybe from engineering or quality or from manufacturing, what they do, they bring three quotations, they give it to the purchase, then purchase department will go and do the negotiations. But here everything is built in transparently on the platform itself. You have to just click the button and get the things on your company. So that's what we want to bring. We want to bring convenience. We want to bring the quality. We want to bring the speed. That's what we are doing with the pharmazone.
Awesome, awesome. I love your effort. I really love your effort, and you want to help others. You want to bring the comfort as well as convenience in choosing the products, in doing the things, and so that you can save lots of time. And with that saving that time, we can do other some productive works. And I
Yeah.
love your this thought process. And good luck. I'm damn sure this will like rock not only in India but in the whole world. This pharma zone.
Yeah, yeah. So
Good.
so far we have served even USA and Dubai. So as soon as we
Oh,
launched this pharma zone, we got order from USA. That person has searched on the website. Our websites appear on the top, and then he bought the napkins from the USA and also from Dubai. So it's not only about within India, even from the foreign countries, that they can buy the things and they can utilize for their pharma requirements. Yeah.
wow, awesome, awesome. Good, good, great. So, like, Gaurav, like, we are almost at the end of this talk, but though we have so many questions, like, because lack of time, we are not able to ask. But two things I want to ask from you as well, because you have gone through that thing and you have learned the practical things. So, like, can you tell us, like, how important is mentorship in the process of upskilling by a professional? Or like, can you share the examples of how mentorship has accelerated the careers of farmer professors that you have worked with? Yeah.
Yeah. So, Neil, what happens in the let's say in the learning today? Today it's an era of information. Information is available everywhere. There is a coding YouTube videos, or there is a pharma related YouTube videos. Everything is available, and there are certain platforms also, like Simply Learn is there, Udemy is there, and Coursera is there. There are so many platforms available. But if you really want to achieve the results which is required for you to excel in your career, you really require one mentor. Why? Because you will not hold yourself accountable for certain things, because we are a byproduct of our environment. If you let's say today you decided one thing, that okay, I want to really master the skill of Power BI. You started enthusiastically. Tomorrow when you go to the office, you are again into the same environment, where you are working with the people who really don't want to, let's say, establish themselves in a good way. You will be working with those kind of people where you will not get that environment. And once you will not get that environment, your enthusiasm will get faded day by day, and then you will again stop. So many of the people have faced that, okay, I started very enthusiastic with something, but then after that so many days, that enthusiasm will go down and we don't complete that part. Here the main role comes of the mentor and the community which is built by the mentor, that each one of them will hold accountable. The mentor will hold accountable the entire community, and within the community, like you and me are the accountability partner in one of the community, right? So we hold each other accountable. We make sure that, okay, you don't do this, you have done this today, you have to complete this today. And that's when, because we as a human being has a nature where there is some kind of adversity, we stop doing something which, because we go into our shelter. We, whenever there is a pressure situation, we go only to certain things. We go for, don't go for the more things that which we require you to do. So at that point of time, the mentor is going to hold you accountable. Mentor is going to give you a clear direction, what is the right for you, and what is exactly that you should do, so that you can cross that bridge and you can reach to the place where you want to reach. So mentorship is very, very important. Lack of clarity, lack of skill, then lack of that burning desire, the lack of commitment. These are all the problem which is faced by today's pharma professional. They don't have that kind of zeal, they don't have kind of commitment, and because of those things, the Simply Learn course or the ISPE course or the PDA course or let's say Udemy course, those courses you can buy, but those things like giving you a massive action, I mean, making sure that you can take massive action, your commitment, your burning desire, all of those things are being taken care by the mentorship, not by those kind of courses. So that's very, very important. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. Very well said. Very well said. Today, there's no like lack of information. Only the thing is like there's lack of implementation, and then there is help by the mentors only because they make someone accountable. They make someone accountable, and yes, accountability is very important. Without accountability, like no one can achieve the great results. Though may he bought the best course in the world, best books in the world, without accountability, everything will fade away. That is true because it is human nature, actually, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yes,
always want to.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah. Another one thing, what will happen when you go to the kind of, let's say, mentor where he has worked in so many years in that particular industry, what will happen is that you will also get to know the entire network because he has got, let's say, so many people in that network, and network is like a network. And what will happen, your all connections will open up. Then today, that let's say you are working at one organization, when you are having that network open, you might get a really good chance in another let's say another organization, or you might get a really good chance of let's say side hustle, or you might really get a good chance that how you can have a kind of visibility in the market. So those things will also open up when you go for a mentorship program rather than let's say only a skill based program which is like a Simply Learn or ISP or PDA or those kind of things where you really go to a mentor and you learn entire thing, not only about the skills and the knowledge but about the mindset as well, that how you can, because it is like a 80% mindset and only 20% skills. So you need to also develop that 80% of the mindset which is going to put you when you are going to fail or when you are in the lowest moment. Your mindset is something which will keep you into the perseverance, that will keep you kicking you and making sure that you put again and again effort so that you can become better person and the better version of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely true. True, absolutely true. You have rightly point out that the networking, mentoring also helps in building the networking, and the, not only networking, the right networking. That is the main thing, right? Connecting with the
Yes.
right people at the right time, and the opportunities, right opportunities will definitely come, because this is how actually universe works, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 So, Gaurav, we are at the end of this talk. I have one question left, but before asking that question, we want to hear, because our audiences are listening so patiently to your beautiful talk, inspiring talks. So, can you reveal us the third gift that you have brought for the beautiful
Yeah, yeah,
audiences?
absolutely. Thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
reminding. I was missing that part. So the third gift that what we are going to give, we want to save the time of the professionals. We want to save the time of the professional by giving them a 40 plus, not only 1, 10, 20, 40 plus templates ready-made for them to excel into the project management. So we will give them 40
Wow.
plus templates, so you can do
Wow.
project charter, you can do project management plan, you can do schedule management, all of those things into that ready-made predefined template. You need to just fill the data. You need to just put some of the data from your side about your project, and entire template is ready-made. So you are going to save a tons of time, maybe at least like a 10 hours a week. So that is something which we want to give.
Wow, wow, that's lovely. Time is the one thing that nobody want to miss it, and you want to help people
Yeah.
in saving the times. Yes, thank you, Gaurav. Thank you. That's a beautiful, lovely tree, beautiful gifts that you have brought for our beautiful audiences. And the last question here, it goes to Gaurav. Is that what should what should the what is the message that you want to convey that the professionals in this today's world should focus on? Yeah.
Yeah. So we should first focus on what is our why. What is that we are really passionate about? What is our why we are here? First, find out the why, and then put your goal, your set your goals. Before you set the goals, you complete that why to the vision. You attach that why to your vision, and then from the vision you define your mission. So once you are clear about your vision, mission, and goals, you will be become like unstoppable, because you know now very clearly that where you have to head. If I have to go from here to Delhi, I can take a fly, I can take a, let's say, aeroplane, I can take a jet plane, I can take a car, I can take a cycle, I can take a bike, everything, whatever. But I should know that I want to reach from here to Delhi, which is like my goal, my mission. Now, what is the time that I have defined? How much time I have? And based on that, you will finalize whether you want to spend the amount in the your private jet, or you want to spend the amount in the aeroplane, or in the bar, bike, car, anything. That is what you should define. Many of the people in the world, they don't know where they have to reach, what is that they want to achieve. At the same time, you have to enjoy that journey, that every moment, every, let's say, whatever the small wins, you enjoy that moment. Once you do these two things, I think then no one can stop you from achieving the result that you want to achieve. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lovely message. Lovely message. Know your why. Know your why. Because many people don't know why. That's why they get stuck or they're not able to move and they like feel boring the things. And thank you, Gaurav, sharing this message. Like know your why. Find out your vision, mission, and the goals. And it may take some time, but you can ask the person, you can approach to mentors, you can approach to Gaurav. He's helping, he's serving the people in finding all those things. And this is a really lovely talk. And Gaurav, I'm definitely looking forward more talks with you in the future as well.
So thank you so much, Nilim, for your time, entire efforts. And I think this is your 11th talk show, and I'm 100% sure that we will be, I mean, you will be putting more efforts and keep doing this part. And I also want to enjoy again coming to your talk show and want to give whatever the best thing possible from my side, because you can only win. You can only win when you help others win. That's what the main mantra is. So skill up to scale up is something which is to help others win. Yeah. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Nilim.
yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day. Good night. Thank you.
Yeah. Good night. Good night. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining
Thank
and
you, everyone.
listening
Thank you,
to us.
everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.